So you did it. You wrote 25,000 words, or 30,000 words, or you fell short. But darn it, you tried. That's worth something. Sure, put the gold star right here. What did you learn? Did you learn how to define and analyze a creative process? Did you produce a creative writing project, fiction or nonfiction, utilizing 25,000 or more words of text and describe the creative process of producing that text? Did you develop, manage, produce, and reflect upon the processes of creating a significant writing project? Boy, that's great. I did too. One of those. Fade the wrong ones out of here. Is this the right one? I hope I remember to add that. No, but in all seriousness, you made it. You accomplished a thing. You learned about yourself and your writing, and now you get the privilege to info dump on other people about what you experienced. And I get to partake in that time-honored tradition of answering questions in video format. Always a delight, because in video format, you could do this. No, but let's start at the top. What is creativity? I've kind of had an answer for this one for quite a while, honestly. See, creativity is the ability to take things you've seen in your day-to-day life and remix them in strange ways. It's about finding new ways to pair things together. I mean, someone in their life had to look at a tornado. Maybe they didn't experience a tornado, but they saw a tornado in like a picture or something, and they told themselves, man, that needs a shark. It's that. Creativity is the act of taking Reservoir Dogs or Heat and thinking it needs fallen angels and ancient demon technology to be a good. I can't do this bit now. That's creativity. It's the act of taking concepts and ideas that we run into on a daily basis, and creativity asks us to twist them, to morph them into something different, something greater than the sum of their parts, in a way that only we can do. And you may say to yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may say to yourself, ooh, wait. Ooh, this isn't the video, this is for something else. But you may say to yourself, that's not very original. And that's kind of the point, in a weird way. Creativity is a sort of muscle. You have to strengthen it. You have to find your own voice. You have to find your way to make sense of all the bombardments of messages and signals you get in your day-to-day. And you can foster creativity by taking in all sorts of new messages. Things you wouldn't expect. You wouldn't venture to track down. But there are points in your writing day, and even in your life, when you run the danger of hiding in somebody else's voice, somebody else's vision and sensibilities. And that's why finding your own voice is such a key component. Finding ways to describe the world around you and the signals you receive in a way in only which you can, arranging elements nobody else would think of. That's what starts the creative process. And then we get to the fun part. See, the creative process, for me, is the act of panning for gold. You take all those signals and ideas you spot in your day-to-day, and you find little bits that you can string together and tell a story. How I usually begin is I start with a single idea, and I kind of build off of it in differing ways. For instance, say we had, like, I don't know, a cheap Chuck E. Cheese birthday crown, like here. Thank you. See, I don't have one of those because I'm 21 and I probably can't legally step foot in a Chuck E. Cheese without a minor, and I don't have a minor. He's busy panning for gold. But hey, it's the kid's birthday. He gets to wear the crown. Let him do what he wants. Take that to its logical conclusion. What if the crown actually did let you do what you wanted? And you say thing and now it's the truth. Where do you go from there? Do you throw other people in the mix? Do you end the world? There's so many ways to spin off this idea. There's so many ways to get weird with it, kind of get R.L. Stein-ish with it. That's exactly what I did with Kingmaker, which is the thing I wrote this quarter. There were just so many ways I could spin that idea. I don't consider myself a genre writer. I'm kind of experimental. I want to try so many things. It's been this way for probably about a year and a half. So, while I don't think my creative process has changed much when I wrote Kingmaker, I've done, a ton of writing before this, but I didn't really have the endurance for bigger projects. And now I completed one in like a month. And now I feel like I could probably do that again. Now, I think I'm super experimental and cross-genre, but that thing that I read this quarter, the book, What the hell did I just read? No, but I do see a lot of my own writing style coming out in how this is written, just with this is more swears. But, I mean, so much of the characterization in this book revolves around the absurd. Characters aren't just explained through, he was 5'9" and had graying dark-colored hair and sunken-in eyes. He was a former firefighter and now he's a stage actor, whatever. It's more, this guy once got banned from the petting zoo because he wanted to fight the goats. And that's just kind of a good way that's a good shortcut, in my opinion, for writing good characters, is you can kind of just give them several quirky little traits that make them very stand out-ish. They stand out better. But at the same time, not too much, because this is a lot of swears, and also horror. A novel of cosmic horror. Whereas I'm a lot more loose. But it was still cool to get to read this, what I read of it at least. It was neat getting to read this. And it was neat getting to write 30,000 words. I think that wraps up my talk on my time in the writing marathon class. Thanks for having me, and I guess I'll see you around. Can we get the gold star wherever it was? Put it back on the screen. Put 2. Sure. Put 2. Lovely.